All right. Morning, everybody. Good morning. Make sure everything is running correctly. Music went down. Okay, I think we're finally getting things stabilized. I think I'm getting the hang of this finally. It's only taken me, what episode are we on? 63? Taking me 63 episodes, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Lots to work on in that. Alrighty. So, I know last episode, even on our podcast last night, I had said that I was probably not going to be on today doing a stream. Luckily, events changed and we were able to get my son's car to its appointment to get serviced today this morning, and like with most places probably right now, they were a little bit behind, a little slow, So they said they probably won't get it back to us till tomorrow. So we didn't have to hang out there. So we came home and I can do my stream for the day. So we will see what we can get done today. See what we can work on. Since I kind of had planned on not being on for stream, I don't have any direct ideas what I'm going to be working on. Most episodes I do a little research, or I do a little background work, get some like sketches put together, or stuff like that. And since I was possibly going to be gone all day, not have the stream today, I didn't really prep some stuff, or I didn't really get it. So you might get a more pure version of me staring at a screen and trying to figure out what I'm thinking in my head. might be more quiet moments through this episode. We'll see what happens. So the first thing I didn't do on Friday is I didn't get to talk about my video that I put up this week, or put up last week for my social media posts. And it's just a basic one. I'm just talking about all the progress we've made on the books so far, which has been super fun. If you've watched the streams, or if you've been around for any of them, you've seen on Fridays I usually go through and I do that assessment, or do that progress update that I've put together over on Canva. But yeah, we are on week 9. This is week 9 of, or was last week? No, last week was week 9. So we are currently, being Monday this is week 10 of working on book 3 on stream here. So yeah. So I'll have week 9 to add to this list at some point. And then, I'll add week 10 once we get done with this week, once we get to Friday. So that's the plan. We had some other cool things happening this weekend. I went to a book event. It was my first all day book event. So we were there at 8:30, set up our table. It was an outside event too. We stayed all the way till 4 o'clock, then we rolled up. So we've done other events. They've been shorter. This is the first one that we've had that actually spanned through lunchtime and stuff like that. So it was a big deal. It was a big deal for me, a big opportunity. It was good. We sold a good amount of books too, which was very, very encouraging. I was very happy with that. It seems like every time I've done an event now, we're slowly increasing our sales and stuff like that, which is super, super encouraging, like I said. So very happy with that. Lots of interactions with people, which was fun. It was super windy at the very beginning, so even though I had kind of planned out for contingencies just in case of weather and stuff like that, wind was the one that you can never really predict out how to deal with wind when it comes to those types of events, especially when you have paper, anything that is paper involved. So books, bookmarks, postcards, stickers, they were blown all over the place. I did a pretty good job of making sure mine stayed fairly together, but I know a lot of other people were having troubles with that, and I was worried for a while that our cabana was gonna blow away. So we ended up taking off the sunshade part of it and just leaving the structure because we had other things attached to it, and that seemed to work. Keep it from flying away, but it was, with that wind came a little bit of biting cold, so it was really nice once the sun got up high enough and not having that sunshade on, that we actually got nice and warm with that off. So all in all, It was a good event. Got to talk to a lot of different people. Possibly have got on the news, but if we can't seem to find the clip yet. There was somebody there that was filming from one of the news stations, but can't quite find the clips yet. Well, I gotta dig some more and see if I can find it, because I think we were on it for sure. But other than that, it was a cool day. It was a cool first annual event hosted by or put on by the Sierra Arts Foundation in conjunction with the City of Sparks. Super cool. They did a little proclamation making the 11th of October the Sierra Arts Book Day, so that'll be really cool. We'll be able to do that every year now, hopefully. So yeah, that's this skinny on what's going on. I should have a video that I'm going to work on, our little social media video that runs in the right hand corner. I'll put one of those together that has a bunch of pictures from the event and some videos and stuff like that. So that'll be, if you want to see what it looked like and what our table's set up and all that, definitely check out at Tahoe Anime, either on Instagram or I'm also on Blue Sky or Threads. I'm doing videos on TikTok as well, but I don't know about TikTok. TikTok's a weird place. I don't know about that one. We'll see. I didn't do a post today on TikTok because I was busy. So, let's figure out. Let's look at our story for the week. Let's look at where we left off. Here we go. Alright, so we've got a lot of stuff that we've worked on here. We filled in some pages. Talked to Mrs. Tahoe about 18. 18 is blank right now. I did start it at one point. I don't like it myself. She likes it, which is fine, but I don't feel like the illustrations are strong enough for what I want. So that one to me still feels blank. And then we've got 28 and 29 here that I need to start at some point. Get our connection pieces between our introduction of our new character and the wrap up of our story down here. But I did take some notes. Let me find those real quick. Some notes, some adjustments. Maybe some new faces. I could also do some of those sometime. Stuff like that I need to go through. I was looking at different things, being like, oh, I should change that. Let's see. Let's get rid of number 18 for now. So we'll just do some adjustments for now. Hopefully that'll help spark some ideas, some things we can do with some of the other pages. And we'll go from there. Let's see. Trying to decide. So I had written down, I was looking at this last week. Sometimes I do some off-screen I don't know if I can call them edits. Not edits, but I print out a copy of this, the layout right here. And then I go through and I make little notes. Things that I'm like, maybe if we did this, or maybe we should try this, or move this here, or do this. Like, I try to do like a low-tech version of like edits and moving things around, just kind of looking at it from that point of view. And one of the things I was looking at are these little pieces of, I call them like tape, right? And I'm like, I'm kind of okay with those. But I'm kind of like, what if I did something a little bit different? what if we took some of our packing peanuts from this page and we put them over there? Is that a better setup than what I've got with the little tape? Or maybe it might be a combination thing. I might want to do both. That might be a thing worth checking out. I don't know. I think I would want to put this one behind him just a little bit. Let's see. Probably have to put little shadows under these just to give them a little bit more weight and presence. I think I did. I'll have to look at book. I'll have to look at book 2. I think I put little grass. I think is what I did. Let's bring it up real quick. Let's double check. Let's look at book 1. Simple, right? Just our main character. Book 2. There it is. Yeah, I had little grass. But this one also, and it was only on the one side. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll put it just on one side. But it fit with our Button's backyard treasure hunt, right? Like he's gonna be dragging some grass in with him. So that made sense. Let's go back to that real quick. Pardon me. Brain is thinking about this. So we have this transition. Let's go to this size. This is the difference between our book 2 and our book 3, right? So let's just put all of this over here for now. I think we definitely need to spread these out a little bit more. Ooh, I don't know what I'll do over here. I'll know what I'll do. I was trying to think of what. Let's just make a little stack of them. There we go. Yeah, kind of like that. We could do the tape too. Yeah, that might be worth it. That might be good to have both here in that space. I cat's yelling in the background. That's fine. Let's do some shadows here. We're gonna work. I think we're gonna do some work on some adjustments today. Is the plan. What if I took the tape and stuck to the... Yeah, we could do something funny like that. Okay. That. Copy, paste. Let's see. I want to do a little... Probably should do a little bump out over here for this one. Multiply. Yeah, something like that. I don't think I did... I don't know about the shadows at the moment. I didn't do shadows on the previous book for the grass. Maybe I shouldn't do shadows for this. I thought about maybe taking this plastic or this tape that I had created and turning it brown, like packing tape. But I was like, it's gonna look too much like poop. And I was like, I don't want it to look like poop. All about finding that balance, right? Yeah, I don't know if I like the shadows. I'm also thinking about taking this one and moving it across to the other side as well. Don't want to get it too far. But if I stack it up too much, then it becomes just a jumbled mess. Don't want that either. Trying to find that balance between too much and too little, right? And what the placement of that does for us. I almost think since I've added the packing peanuts here, you clearly can't see. Tape is less recognizable. fits closer to this. Trying to find that balance between, like I said, too much and too little. I can make those packing, sometimes the packing peanuts. Let's do a little Google search right now. Yay, packing peanuts. Yeah, most of them are white. I know some of them are pink. Ooh, that guy has a bunch of them in his mouth. That's probably not cool. A lot of them are in the S-shaped. A lot of them are just look like pellets. I vaguely remember them having holes through them like this. Am I wrong? I thought they were tube-shaped packing peanuts at one point. There's the ones that look like W's. There's ones that look like S's. There's ones that look like pellets. Am I crazy? Am I totally off base? Do I need to rebuild those now? Dang, I spent so much time on those too. Made a whole bag of them. I'm not seeing this. Like, I'm doing an Google image search for packing peanuts, and did I make this design up? I might have. Oh, they have stars. Okay, see, they make all kinds of different shapes. It seems like the little S shapes are the most common. I don't recommend eating packing peanuts, that's for sure. Oh no, they're there. Okay. No, I'm right. Phew! I thought I was going crazy. They do look like little figure eights, so I'm good. Ooh, dang it! I got worried there for a second. I found one example. Hey, Sonny, welcome. I know I told you that I wasn't going to be here for today's stream, but things changed. I was able to be here. We got back from the dropping off my son's car, and they were going to hold it for the whole day, so it ended up changing. I completely forgot. Lol. You're all good. I didn't think I was going to be able to stream today. Normally when I take in like my Tacoma, it's a couple hours for them to do a bunch of stuff, oil change, rotation of tires. They're pretty good. They're pretty quick about getting it done in 2-3 hours. The Jeep dealership is a little bit different. They're a little bit more backed up and behind. So they were like, we're probably going to need more time, especially if I wanted them to look at a leak that was happening in my son's car. So I was like, yeah, no, that's fine. Let's take the day. That's fine. We can take him to school tomorrow. I think we can make that work. So we'll see. But you missed it. I was just having a freak out moment because I was putting these packing peanuts on here on this opening title page because I thought that might be a good spot, and I was like, do they actually make packing peanuts that are this shape, this figure eight shape? And I thought I was going crazy. I could not find, I did a Google image search for packing peanuts and I could not find this figure 8 style. I finally found one image. So I'm not fully crazy. They do exist, but yeah, it was a dicey moment there for a second. I was quite worried. Also could have been $1 million idea if I had dreamt that up and then not realized that was a thing that we could do. Okay, so we've got grass there. Yeah, I think that works a little bit better. Not fully on board with the stacking that I have here. Got this one. Really want the, oops, that moved the shadow too. What if we move this? We move that a little bit more that way, so we can see a little bit more of that. Let's take these three, move them a little bit better this way. Hold on for a second, I'll be right back. All loud on the counters. That's a bad cat. Maybe I need to take. Let's move this one out of the way. Maybe I need to put. That's almost too linear. Like, I don't mind putting this down here because then we have a little dimensionality with that. I think this one might be too much. Maybe if we put it behind, just make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, I think that feels a little bit better. Okay, so that was one of my notes that I had down. I like that better. I think y'all don't know the title of the book yet. I think we'll probably do a reveal stream for that at some point. But we're not quite there yet. Maybe when we work on the cover and stuff like that, or come back and do the rest of this here. Hi Sora, what's up? No, you need to stay inside. Don't look at me like that. Sora, inside. I'm not playing the outside game today. I'm not playing the in and out game today. But thank you. You can pout all you want. And she's going to do that exactly as I said. She's going to pout. Okay, so we saved that. What was some of the... I already changed some of those box colors. Looking at my notes here. It's saved. Let's go ahead. Let's just keep updating our stuff so that we can have accurate layouts here. Export place. Okie dokie. I don't think we're making any adjustments to 4. Nope, I don't have any notes for that one at the moment. We don't need to save it because we didn't change anything. Let's go ahead and close 3. There we go. Embed. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think I like that's a little bit better. Okay, so let's see. Did that. I was trying to decide whether or not. I know I had talked about it on stream at one point. The page here is pretty simple, where he's just kind of in the box while the humans are doing a little exposition. They're talking to each other. What I was trying to decide was whether or not I had him, like, he's walking through all these little boxes over here. If I wanted to build him a little box fort that he was kind of like standing on top of, or pretending like he's in a castle kind of thing. Oh shit. What, Patch? Now you need attention? What's up? I don't know why he's mad, but he's mad. Okay, so now that Sora's we can check out the assistant cam. There it is. There she is. She's just hanging out. Thanks for putting in your points towards our challenge, Sunny. Appreciate that. Hoppers is just chilling today. It got way colder, so that the wind that blew in for our event on Saturday brought in the cold, chill air on Sunday. And there's a possibility of rain today, but in the Sierras, there's a possibility of like 1 to 3 inches of snow coming. So it got cold fast, and we have a little bit of precipitation on its way. So we might get a little early winter dusting coming in here, which is somewhat abnormal. Jello, hello, Ghost Guy. Welcome, welcome. How are you? We're just talking about there might be some snow coming in here in the Great Nevada region. I know, it's weird. Desert, snow, weird. What? How did the raid go? Which raid? Sun sounds great. Yeah, it does. We've been fighting for some sun for a couple days now. We got a nice little cold front coming in that it chilled things out pretty drastically. Bishak raid. I think it was just Bishak and Ichabus that were on that Friday night. Yep. They debated whether or not they wanted to do an LFG kind of thing, but I don't think that's the play that they wanted to go on. So they just did some other stuff instead. I know I talked with Bishak on Saturday night for the stream night because it was just me and them, and it's I was reading one of the articles. I can't remember. Oh, it was a Destiny Bulletin talking about the current player count and how it's so low. It's the lowest it's ever been, but it's Bungie had said at one point if the number, like, they had gotten this low before, and if the number had gone lower than that, then the studio was like weeks away from closing down. Like, that was a direct quote from them back in the day, being like, oh, if it drops any further, we're gonna have to close up shop. And so far, these are numbers lower than that time when they were concerned about closing up shop. So it's kind of weird and wild in a weird way. So I feel like I don't have a huge reason to play until the update. I feel like it doesn't feel great right now. Yeah, I think that's the PlayStation does own it. Yeah, so like it's one of those acquisition things. Like, I feel the same way. I finally finished clearing up all of the side quests from the big campaign. So like I had personally that stuff to do, and now I've reached the point kind of where all of you have gotten, where I don't know what to do from here. Those things were just kind of motivating me and keeping me going in that space, but now aspirationally wise, I don't know, like, or story wise, or like I can work on exotic part stuff or catalysts, like I can do some of those things, but other than that, I'm not sure where to go from here. I think you're right. I think I'm just waiting for that, but whatever the next thing is. But the PlayStation thing, owning it, that one is also a little bit worrisome, because if they're not getting the numbers out of this game like they want, they'll dismantle it. They'll just strip it for parts and move things where they want it to go. So this one, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, what they're going to do. I don't know what the plan is. I did watch, the Aztecross came out with a video yesterday, and it was him watching a streamer, and it was talking about the differences between Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. And despite all of the mechanical stuff that we got that was an upgrade and stuff like that, basically the fidelity of the environment, the lighting effects, the dynamic weather, a lot of those things are really, really absent from Destiny 2. So it was really fascinating to watch and be like, oh, interesting that they really did have to strip down to get it to do what they wanted to do. But like, they lost a lot. They lost how pretty D1 is in a lot of ways. And I'm like, oh, that kind of sucks in that way. I wish they would have figured out a different way, something different to keep a lot of the really cool stuff. They even talked about how the sound design changed and it all kind of became very homogenized. I think if Renegades doesn't knock it out of the park, then I believe they're going to have a hard time convincing people to come back unless they have some huge expansion. Yeah. Well, and we know that like everything's all hands on deck for Marathon. Like they're betting a little bit too hard on Marathon. I feel like, and I'm not saying they're trying to scuttle Destiny 2, but they're kind of unintentionally doing it. Is what they're doing. Not that one. I don't think Marathon's going to be the thing that saves that studio if that's the plan or if that's what they think is going to happen. Unless they know something that we don't know about those looter shooter type, those type of games, extraction shooters. Unless they know something, my cat is being really weird. I'll be right back. Hold on. Yeah, you behave yourself. Knock it off. You can't get on the counters. Not allowed up there. Such a bad cat. I'm trying to get on the counters again, but he's mad because I pushed all the chairs in so then he can't get up there easy. Destiny 3 would have correct play, but I don't know if they would have fixed anything. Yeah, I think that's I was on that boat before I saw Aztecross's take on that as well. I know everybody was mad when the transition between D1 and D2, like, we've lost all of this, all of our progress, all of our things and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's a fresh restart, right? Like everything is, it's a whole, like understanding the mechanics, the systems, like starting to build back up those resources and stuff like that. So it's this idea that these games have to be forever games is an interesting and weird space, right? Like there are some games you talk about, even I don't even know about Minecraft now, but there are some games that are really good at doing story, and those stories need to do their thing, and then there needs to be new stories that come after that are different or something else. Like even my stories that I'm writing right here, these books, like I have an ending to them. I know where I want to get to and be able to finish off the series. And then once that's done, I have some other ideas for other books that I want to write that are not part of this universe or series or whatever like that. And that's good. Like you should be challenging yourself and doing different things, and to continue to drag the same thing forever and ever and ever, like it always feels weirdly foreign to me. There's anime series that have that same feeling to them. Like I started Naruto back in the day, and I got through that first huge part of his story, and enjoyed all of that. But then they were like, oh, then there's this, and then there's this, and there's this. It's like, I I can get on board with the different spaces of his life that they went into, which was great. So like they went from him as a kid to him as a teen to him as a parent. Like that was interesting in that way, but to just take one character and try to drag them through all of history but never change them over time, that one's hard in my feeling. If Destiny is supposed to be a progressive, like we're moving through the future and things are, changing and happening and stuff like that, their storytelling for that has gotten very one-dimensional. That's hard. I think people were kind of excited when they found the corridors of time and they found our grave, like where our characters were going to be buried. Like that was a cool and important thing for people to be able to have and be like, okay, so there is an end to this at some point. But then to like take it away and be like, no, we're just going to keep going for doing a bunch of episodes. Like it cheapened part of what the story is. I felt the same thing about Halo back in the day. Like I really enjoyed the story, I enjoyed the universe, I enjoyed a lot of those things. But when they just kept dragging it along and trying to, it wasn't even like reinventing. It was just the same thing, just over and over again. Then it was like, okay, this is getting a little bit harder to continue to. My cat is really mad at me. He really wants to get on the counter. He thinks there's something up there for him. Are you still on the counter, you goofball? Trying to get on the counter? Sure, why don't you go get it? You can tell the weather's changing because when the animals start acting weird, that's when you know something's happening outside. The barometric pressure is changing. The ions in the atmosphere are flowing slightly differently. They know, they can feel it. Let's see. Yeah, she's definitely feeling it. You can see. Sora's definitely feeling it. She's very worried about this weather that's coming in, can't you tell? Get my character out of the way. That's funny. Just chilling puppers. Alright, so I think the hard part is even doing the stuff that I was doing on Saturday, going through and working on side quests and stuff like that. Like I'm having fun doing the puzzle stuff, and like I was getting some of the exotic stuff done and having to do changing up the world tiers to get that hand cannon exotic puzzle done and stuff like that. Like that was fun. That was a cool thing to go do. There's not a ton of that. So I think if they would have really leaned into it, there might have been some more stuff for people to do in that respect, but I don't know. Okay, so we had a surprise. That was one of my notes. Got the box in there. We've got our little notations for it. Oh, and that's the other thing I wrote down. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but we'll try it. We'll see. What do you think, Ghost Guy? What is your observation on all of the things? You have a group that's together working on a lot of stuff most days. Are you all still, like, are you getting ready to take a big hiatus break? Are you feeling like things are funky dory? Also, we do have our first ad break coming up in about 2 minutes here. 2 minutes plus, give or take. At which time we will pause what we're working on here on stream and take a break, grab some snacks, go to the bathrooms, do all those things. Just a little time for you, a little time for me to walk around, go see what's up with the cat, why he's being psychodori right now. All that fun jazz. So just be aware of that. That's coming up in about 2 minutes. Don't worry, I'll make sure to let everybody know again right before it happens too. Okay, let's do that. Is that correct? I don't know if I like that. Hey, Dreamer, thanks for putting in your points there for our assistant. We'll switch over to that. We're about ready to go on our break, so we'll put her up on the screen. Jesus Christ, Patch. He's being very weird right now. I do, but I feel like other than the raids, it's like, what's the point? Most of them don't play other than for the raids. Yeah. Also, once you get your tier 5 armor, it's like, what's the point of gaining power other than Guardian rank? Yeah. No, that's kind of why I've taken that getting the tier 5s really slow. Because I'm like, I think that's where I'm stretching it out a little bit right there. Like I picked up my second tier 5 drop on Saturday. So I have a heavy tier 5 and a primary tier 5. I don't have any tier 5 gear yet. So I'm like, that could be my next thing to work towards, but I'm not sure. So we should be heading into an ad break here. So let's pause the conversation. Let's pause our artwork at the moment. Switch over to our puppy cam here. And I'll get my character off of the screen so you guys can see. And I didn't do my... Oh, I forgot to turn on... I knew I was going to forget one thing. You know what? Let's just leave it like that. We'll leave it like that for a moment. And we'll be back. Sleepy girl. Yeah, Sora's a sleepy girl. She's mad because I didn't let her go back outside. We'll see if I set this back up right correctly. He's back. Okay, so when is it going to take... Is it going to take that off? Or do I have to do it manually? Okay, I have to do that one manually. Okay. Interesting. I forgot to turn on my Firebot, so I missed that last automatic setup for that. But no, yeah, Sora's a sleepy girl. She's just chillaxing. Patch has been the one. Patch has been freaking out. He's been caught him on the counter already. Then I moved the chairs around, and then he jumped up on the chairs and was mad because then he couldn't get on the counter. So he started screaming about that, and then he's just walking around screaming, being like, he's just a disgruntled employee is essentially what we've got going on here. This place is bullshit. A lot of that. Okay, so I had an idea. Which direction is our page going? Our page is going that direction. Because it's this one. Yeah, that works out. I like that. A few days later. Buttons, we have a surprise for you. We hope you like it. And then this is the surprise page with the word surprise on it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm trying to decide if I want to put... I thought about maybe putting a small version of him in the corner here, but I kind of do... Well, I guess it would still be kind of different. We can try it. Let's try it and see. Some of this is experimental. Let's see, is that the face I want? No, I don't want those. What face do I have? One was there. This is where I was reading a couple manga this week, or last week, and I was looking at the facial expressions and stuff of the characters, because I wanted to look at like the mouth structures and stuff like that, like all of these guys that I have over here, right? That's probably not the way to do it. These guys. All these little ones that I've got built here. And I keep getting into that spot where I'm looking at the layout and I'm like, well, I use that mouth there, and I use it there, and this one is the same as that one. Like, am I using this too much? Like, I get into struggling about some of that stuff, and I have to remember that emotion-wise and stuff like that, I shouldn't worry about that. If the expression is a certain way, then I should just let the expression be that. also have the ability to do, okay, so we have a white outline there, white outline there. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3. Do any of these scenes need... No, not that one. I think I was thinking... maybe that one. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Select all. Copy. Let's try it out. Let's see. We want it not there. It's there. Let's put it on this page. Select, reflect, there we go. Let's see, let's trim this so we can see what it looks like. Thought about doing something like this. I'll make his eyes look up towards it here in a second, but let's combine all that together. Give it that. That's fine, we can leave it like that. I don't know if that helped it or not. But... yeah, there we go. Yeah, I kind of like that. I debated on whether or not I had a crazy idea. I do like that better. I do like that we're getting an expression out of him with the surprise here. Let's see. I want to pull, so this is the next page. Copy that. Where am I? Okay, that should be fine. I don't think it's going to work for this one. I had an idea of putting a little corner box with him in it inside of that background, which we can. Okay, so if we're going to do that, then we need to put it behind him but in front of the box. Okay, let's grab this color. There we go. Thought about doing something like that, where it's kind of like a picture in a picture or a window. I don't think that works though. I think it works better how I have it right there. The brightness of the yellow is killing the ability to put in even these little white marks here for the around the box, like little exclamations. Those are okay, but they're kind of hard to read a little bit in the scene. So like these little guys, they're even harder to see right now. I wouldn't want to change. This would be the first time that we would change the colors of them to a black color. I don't think I like it. I don't think we are quite ready for that type of upgrade to what we've got going on here. What I might need to do... I might make this a gray box, not a white box. Oh, I wonder... Ooh, I know what I can do. And I'll have to go through and do this on all of them, but... Okay, let's go back real quick. Undo. Let's grab this color. Grab. Now we'll pick a gradient. We'll tell it to be that color on one end. And then we'll rotate it 90 degrees. No, it's going to be negative 90 degrees. Yeah. Maybe that's it. Maybe we needed to give it a little bit more dimension that way. It'll make him stand out better too. Yeah, maybe something like that for this one. Might have to go through and do that on the other ones on the other pages as well, which would be a upgrade for those pages for sure. Not as much of a dead big black, big white blob in the middle of a page. So in the first book, I actually had writing on the box. I was trying to stay away from part of that because I didn't want to tip the hat too soon. Like, it's already kind of tipping the hat because we've seen this style of box before in the previous stories. So, but our main character didn't get to see it. So like he came into the first story, and as soon as he started exploring, that box or whatever kind of disappeared. We didn't really go back to it at all. So I don't think he has any reference for. I think that was the idea. Was like he doesn't have any reference on what this thing is, or what could be inside of it. But I do like the dynamic of that better. That's okay. I like that. That being simple is good. Might actually even do something similar here. Let's take that out. I wonder if we simplify this as well. Can I kick it? Yes, I can. How do I simplify that? There we go. Bam, okay, perfect. Same thing. Yeah. Okay. So we give it like some three-dimensionality on certain parts, and other parts it's less dimensionality. I should probably not use this box like this. I should probably make a different one that's that same sideways version of it. Is what I probably should do. But we kind of... I wanted to reference these ones. No, let's leave it. Let's leave it. We simplified it so at least it's a little closer to that. I do want to get rid of this. Yeah. How's everybody's Monday going? Everybody doing okay? Hopefully you guys all had a good weekend. I'm hoping. Nice and restful. Yeah, I like that better. Here, 20. Push that down. Here we go. So our page is coming from that direction. Let's save this one out and put it into the template. This way we can look at them both together. File. We've reached that stage where we have to do this more often. As we start doing more and more like edits and temporary stuff, being able to see the pages side by side is super, super important. At least for me it is. That one. Where are you? There we go. Yeah, that's definitely way better. Yeah, I think I might have to... I think I'm gonna have to go through and do that on the rest of these boxes too. It just is gonna need... It needs just that little bit more for it, I think. It's gonna be a little bit of a pain. That's okay. I think it's okay. I think it will be okay. But I like that. That gives it a better presence, a better setup. Yeah. That one can stay because we're just comparing. Yeah, see, I was thinking about, see how he's in this box up here and it's kind of flat, kind of like this one is. Maybe I need to grab this one and put it into that one. Let's save this. Okay, let's turn to 9. Let's update number 10 so I can actually see what that looks like. That's a little off now. A little bit different. Export, replace. Fine. Let's see, which one is it? That one. Don't know why I just opened it. That does me no good. Put it in here. Okay. Oh, and I need to work on the colors. That's the other thing I need to do. Maybe I should mess with that a little bit real quick before I go too much further on. Oops. I need this one and this one. Select all. Now I can recolor. Recolor artwork. Recolor. I was trying to decide if I wanted to do kind of like a brownish color, like kind of reinforcing that idea that he's dreaming about the brown box. And that these two are very different in that way. Do this one again. That one's right. Export, replace. Okay. Yeah, this is basically like, it seems like it's less exciting here to watch and stuff like that, just because we're kind of in that the wind down phase from the initial starting of a bunch of illustrations, and now we're doing edits and changes and enhancements and stuff like that. So it's a different set of process that's happening now. I guess it doesn't make it less exciting, it's just a little bit different. Okay, yeah, I like that. We get to still get our little variety of color here. Perfect. Make sure that is saved at the moment. That may change again later. We'll have to look at that. Got that one saved. Got that one saved. Let's open number 11. I do need to go back to 9 though. Let's just do that for now. Okay. Let's go here. No. Put that there so that I can adjust these. Oops, I guess I gotta pick something first before I can. There we go. We want -90. Bam. Same with this one. -90. That's positive. Oh no, that's opacity. Oops. 100%. It's not the location. That one. I'll get there, I promise. Yeah, I like that better. What's a color for curiosity? But he's curious, but hesitant. Combining yellow and gray. Doing a Google search real quick. Best represents a hesitant curiosity. Yellow embodies the brightness of intellectual energy and new ideas, while gray represents the neutrality of indecisiveness and caution. Warm and cautious. Well, let's see, are there any color psychology? Here we go. Red, action, ambition, attention, confidence, love, lively, passion, no. Well, I don't think that one was a good one. That's not a very good representation of that. Let's see. Does this one have some better? Nope, that one doesn't have any better stuff on it. There are tons of color wheels out there. So this is the problem. Like, color theory is a thing, right? The relativity of colors to each other and how they interact and play and all of that. And you can make or break scenes depending on the colors that you choose. That is something that can happen. This book is very colorful in a lot of different ways. We try to keep it as colorful as we can. That was a thing that Mrs. Tahoe really pushed for early on, was to make it colorful. And I agreed with her. Like, I like having the ability to pull on color for different things. It also means that when certain things happen, I can actually take out a lot of color or dim the colors down to also have a different type of feel. So but there are a ton of different color wheels for emotions and how those play off of each other. Like, a lot of them say curious is yellow. Like, that's what I read earlier. Creative is a little bit more pinkish, purplish. Joyful is more purple. The cooler colors are definitely more with the weary, lonely, sad, those type of things. But green also has disgust and envy. Some forms of green and yellow are fearful and anxious. I don't know. It's kind of across the board. I wish I was a little bit better at understanding some of the color theories things. Ooh, look, another band evader. Okay, cool. Got those cleaned up. No bots. No bots in here. Not those kind of bots. Those are bad bots. We like good bots, not bad bots. I think even some of the colors are... There are certain colors that they have studied that do have a physiological effect on our brains. Like when we see certain things, like our brain goes, oh, that's, cold, so I should take that at, blues and everything like that, colder spectrum. It actually has a physical effect on our body that our brain sees that and then actually makes us like feel slightly colder because that color is present. That's why, like, if you want to paint your house a bluish color or bright blue or any type of cool color, that has a cooling effect on you inside of that house. So if your house gets a ton of sun and it's always warm in there, a cooler color will help actually mitigate some of that effect. It won't make it go away, but it can change some of that. Same thing happens in reverse. If you have a house like that's facing on a cooler direction, doesn't have so much sun, maybe there's tons of trees around it, having a warm color on your walls on the inside painted, that will actually bring a little bit more warmth feeling into the space. So understanding some of those relationships and knowing that some of them are also just purely based on our interpretation of those things is important. It's not by any means a definitive rule in any way, and there are plenty of artists out there that you can check out that use color in very not necessarily unconventional ways, but in ways that push against some of those ideas and feelings and stuff like that. And there are some that use those tones to really push and enhance their art to further those feelings and emotions too. So it's very dynamic in how you would like to set up your piece of artwork and how you would like the pieces to feel. So don't ever feel like it has to be, warm and cheery, cold and miserable. Like, you can do a lot of different things with that. Let's see, optimistic, friendly, confidence. Trusting, thoughtful, growth, balance, fresh, mystery. Maybe that's what we're looking for. We're looking for mystery here. I'm saying mystery is more of a purple color. Yeah, I can get on board with that. I might lighten it up a little bit though. Recolor our work. This is the fun thing, is like at some point we can also play with pastels and stuff like that too. Oop, that's the wrong way. Don't want that one. That one, brightness. Show brightness in here. Okay. Let's go a little more. Don't want to make it as dark and gloomy. I don't want it to go too close to pink either. At least not at the moment. Let's try that. Let's export that out and we'll see what that looks like on the template. Export, replace, okay. Especially since we changed the contents of the box to give it a little bit more pop, a little more dimension. I got some very interesting color choices here. Also need to make sure that I'm paying attention to phone calls. I do for my son's car. If they do call me, let me know anything. I may have to take a phone call at some point. You gotta just remember that. No, I think I'm okay with that purple there. It definitely makes me want to change a couple of these other two green ones I have here. I don't know what to change them to. I do like that mystery. I don't know how these will work next to each other, but I wonder if I make these both purple. I could use the brown somewhere else if I wanted to. Kind of was trying to play off of the idea that he's thinking about the boxes. I'm still feeling that. Yeah, I did eliminate that. Okay. Go ahead and save that at the moment. Yeah, he definitely needs still something going on with him. I could put him in the house now. But then we lose the purple. We're back to the same. Oops, wrong page. Let's see, what number is that? 13? Do I have a saved version of 13? I do. Slightly different. Nope, same one. Okay. I need to save out that one because that one did change a little bit. Yeah. Sport. Export. There we go. Love the purple. Oh, okay. Cool. Then I'm on the right track then. You are the art director, so. If you say you love the purple, then the purple stays. We need 13. That's the thing, is once we get, you know, the base illustrations all done, right, or dang, they're close, like having 28, 29, and 18, once we get those in, then we can really, like, I'm starting to do some of it here where I'm looking at these layouts and I'm seeing more of the color pop in, like with the purple. in the red and the pink and the orange, and like those, I'm starting to be like, okay, cool. We're starting to get some of the balance that I want to make sure that is present in each of the books and stuff like that there. I don't want to overdo it. I may be overdoing it, but that's okay. It might just be part of the style of what I've got going on, because the other ones are more colorful in that way. But no, it's looking better and better in that way. Got a little bit more three-dimensionality with that. Okay, let's keep going with what I was working on. We'll come back to 11 here a little bit. Gonna need 9. 13, is 13 next? 13 is not next, so we'll just close that for now. 12 is next. Number 12. Let's go in here. Let's grab this. Keep doing that. -90. It changed my stroke that I had on it though. That was at almost a 5 beforehand. So if I do this, shift, select, that should be correct. Should be able to do the same thing here. Shift, select, gradient, -90. And that one is ABAEBO. ABAEO. Okay, cool. It is picking up correctly. Yay! I never quite know if it's going to do what I'm looking for when I'm copying pasting some of that stuff. Yeah, I like that much better. It's not as much of a big white box. It's got a little dimensionality to it. Save that. This is all like, this is how I do a lot of the stuff where it's just slight enhancements of some of the elements to make them have a little bit better feeling to them, a little bit more presence. I also need to go through, maybe I'll do that on Friday, and build a bunch of objects that are going to be in the background of the house. Not necessarily generic objects, but just objects that I can move around and put in different places. Let's see, we need number 13. Now we can do number 13. -90. -90. Yeah, much better. And I'm going to leave those little flaps sticking out like that have white on them. I'm okay with that. Gives it a little different pop too. Okay, where's that one at? It's there. Here, let's go to this one, 13. Did it again. Opened it up rather than dragging it into our project. Perfect. I don't want to save as, I just want to save in general. Let's see. We're on to number 14. So we should be able to close 13. Should be able to open 14. Dreamer, did you guys go to the shop yet? You guys still hanging out? Is Michelle with you? Is Daughter with you still? Have you abandoned her in a parking lot somewhere? That's not right. -90. -90. Opens at 11 a.m. Okay, yeah, I thought so. I thought they opened up a little bit later like that. Yeah, it's changing a lot of the feeling of the box and stuff like that, and Buttons' interaction with it, because it has a little bit more dimensionality now. So I'm definitely happy with this change. I'm better happy. Save that. Let's go here. We need to grab 14 now. Yeah, it just has a better feel and presence to it. This was just too flat before. Gives it a little bit more pop. Sweet. So excited. It makes me so happy. I was feeling it was a little too flat. Like most of these illustrations and stuff our character's pretty flat, but not all the objects have to be that flat. -90. -90. There we go. Yeah. Export, replace. Good. Go in here. These are the days that feel like runaround work, where I'm running around doing these changes on all of these pages, and it's like, it's just one object, but it's one object on every page. It's the same object on every page, so it just feels like I'm running around doing busy work, but it also is like that's a big difference. These ones feel like now. I mean, it's the same object repeating in certain ways, but this just felt so flat that this feels way better. Like I'm actually way more happy and excited for the way this is laying out now because of that. So busy work is okay sometimes. Let's see, number 16. And there are just moments like that. Sometimes you just have to get a little bit dirty and do busy work. That's okay. $90. Export as temp. I just have to make sure to remind myself to back up my entire file set here now that we're making these big changes, so I don't lose anything. That was number 16, I believe. Yeah. Got a little bit of work to do on that expression, I think, too. Yep, okay. 17. There it is. Oops, I missed the eyedropper. Might not even need to do the eyedropper. I might just already have the gradient here. I just might be remembering it. I think it is, which is good. Yeah, that just feels so much better. I'm just going to keep talking about it because every time I put one of these and change it, I'm like, oh man, it looks so much better. Okay. 16. 17's done as well. We don't have 18. Bueno. We don't have 18, but we do have 19. 19 and 20. Those are our... Oh, no, one more over here, too. We'll do that one as well. Make sure and keep our dynamic part of this. So we need number 19 now. Where are you? 19. This one we're going to have to do... Nope, we're still good. Okay, cool. Negative 90. Negative 90. Sweet. Yeah. Double save that. that one. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, 19 is good. Let's save that one. I am making sure to save in between each one. I'm happy to. Good. I'm glad you're happy. Let's see. We need to do... Let's leave it right here for the moment. We are about a minute before our next break. So let's pause right here. Actually, we can switch over the Pupper's cam because she's hanging out right here. And then we will come back once our break is done and go from there. So hang out and we will see you in a minute. Once our break is done. Go get a snack. Go to the bathroom. Pet your own puppers. One of those things. If you have a kitty, pet the kitty. Just hang out. Chill. But let's see. Do I have... If I have this set up correctly. I do. Cool. I will be back here shortly, so stick around. What do you mean my avatar's gone? It's right there. It didn't go anywhere. It went with me. Because it is me. Oh, our Puppers is leaving. Oh, no. That's how that works. You didn't know that's how that works, honey? I walk away, then the avatar goes with me? Watch, you'll see it. Watch what happens. Watch. I'll walk away real quick. And see, when I come back, he comes back. No, it's special. It disappears with me when I walk away. You didn't realize that? It's whole time mind blown. I didn't know that it would be that simple, Sunny. Thank you, I appreciate that. There was no trickery involved in that at all. I can do it here too. Watch. I'll walk away. Ready? I'm gonna go. And now that I'm back, he comes back. See? Yeah, Tahoe gets a break as well. That's the thing. It's me. That's me. I forgot I had the ability to do this. So I was like, I'm gonna try it and see if anybody notices. Of course you would notice. Of course. I have a new way to play and have fun, which is good. It makes it more real, right? It's realistic. It's real life. The avatar goes too. Oh man. I feel like I've tricked you. I've hoodwinked you and bamboozled you here. What I've done to you. I've made you think too hard now. You're like, is it all a lie? Has he been telling lies to us the entire time? What is this chicanery that is afoot here? I didn't mean to throw you off. The red really makes that one pop. Yeah, I thought so too. So I wanted to like ramp up part of that emotion for this moment too. That's why I did it. I was just like, oh, it's that. So if we look at our layout pages here, our repeatable stuff is down here. And you can see we go from this kind of greenish yellow color, and then to another yellowish color here. So our anxiety's going up a little bit. Like he's getting a little bit worried, a little bit more worried. And then we get to orange here, more worried. And then red, or kind of like a pinkish color here, being like, and then, wah! So we're having high stakes happening with the colors that are coming through to here. And that's when we get the big surprise, which makes like the dramatics of this surprise even bigger, right? And that's why we kind of get this, pass out moment, him losing his spirit, kind of thing. So we're trying to use the colors effectively to help enhance the emotions of each of the page and the things moving forward. At least that's the idea. So we gotta find this door. Where's this door at? That's the door. That's the door. Let's see. Let's do 180. I like that better. Comic book style, yeah. Well, that's the thing, is the idea behind what I'm doing with this kids book series, and we can call it a kids book series in that way, but it's a blend of a lot of those different things. It has the picture book, how would you say that? Framing. So it's designed in the format of a picture book, but I'm using a lot of comic book, I'm using a lot of manga, I'm using a lot of anime stylings to tell the story. It does remind me of Kablam. That's the old comic book claymation kind of show, right? That sounds very familiar, yes. Let's look that up. Yes, so it's kind of a balance between some of those things. It really pulls on my love of old school comics, Snoopy, any of the Peanuts adventures, the ones you used to get in the newspapers back in the day. Like, I grew up very much in that the end of a lot of that time period. But then moving into the black and white stylings of a manga page, where you have to use halftones or cross hatching or anything like that to get different types of gradients and variations in your artwork and stuff like that, that black and white styles. Like taking those two, mashing them up, and then layering on top of that a kid's book style, which has a lot of color and simplified, drawings and stuff like that, and trying to use each one of those pieces to build something new in that way. So far, based off of the response that we got this weekend from a few of the people that came by the book fest and talked to them, like what I've put together so far hits a lot of those points. Like it's not too far out of the box into the anime or even animation style that parents look at it and be like, that's a little too, styled in that. But it's also not like super far from that either, where like we had people come up and be like, I love drawing anime and your design is super, super cute. And so like it definitely fits in those two niches in that way. So bringing both worlds together is the hope and the idea. Bridge the gap. Here. Okay, so we got that change. The door. I tried it a couple different ways here. Let's go back to 0. I don't think it's that. Oh, Kablam was an old Nickelodeon show. Was it kind of like Toonami, where it wasn't a show, but it was a container of a bunch of different shows? A segment? I don't know the word for it. Is that right? Did I do the right? I don't like that at the moment. that more right? Robot Chicken style, maybe? Yeah, kind of. I would consider like a Toonami is a block of time that they would it was a block of time that they used. It was like from 9 to 1 a.m. or something like that, and they would play different anime shows in that block of time. And the idea of Toonami arced over top of it, like that was the container that held all the different shows in it. Robot Chicken is a show with shorts in it, I feel. You know what I mean? Like they put together different small shorts for that. What's another one that was like that? That's like that. That they do some similar stuff like that on Netflix and even on Disney Plus. Disney Plus with their Star Wars one, where they actually people can make Star Wars inspired stories in an art style that they want to do them in, whether it be like anime or simplistic or detailed or whatever it is. That's kind of like the same idea, right? Like you have an overarching container that holds those in. I think that was called Star Wars. Oh no, I just had it and it slipped out of my head. No. Love, Death, Robots was another one on Netflix that it was, that was the container for the entire thing, but every episode in that was done by a different animation studio, different story. None of them were connected in that way. It was kind of like mini volumes inside of it. Oh, send a screenshot of it to me. I will look at that. Did you send it to me? Oh, okay, there it goes. There's my Discord. Wow, that took forever. Yeah, Kablam. Yeah. I remember that. Do I like it that way or do I like it the other way? Also, I think this shadow going through, coming up. Yeah, I remember that. I remember Kablam like that. Yeah, though I felt like those were more shorts than they were full productions. But yeah, I remember the comic book windows in that show, and it kind of reminded me of that in this one. Oh, okay, yeah. That's the thing, is depending on how you want to structure your illustrations and things like that, like I've built these stitches, right, which are little windows into either a memory or a narration or whatever like that. So it's a little bit of a mechanism to do different things with. And every once in a while, I have the ability to use them to be broken too. So like we're using it here to break him out of the frame. Like something is happening so quickly and throwing him through the air that he's actually breaking through the frame, kind of thing. And I tried to decide whether or not I was going to put the box like this. I might move it. I might move it inside of the frame and just have everything else going out of it. Just depends. It might be something I have to come back and mess with a little bit. I think this works like this. Yeah. That does work that way. Okay, cool. there. Trying to think of any more examples of that where it's different animation studios being given a block of time or an episode to be able to. Oh, it was Star Wars Visions. That's what it was. Visions. That's that one. And oh yeah, that reminds me. I had a question about license rights. Okay, go for it. I'll have to look when I get home in about 10 minutes. License rights for artwork, for any type of creative stuff? Is that what you're thinking about? Using music. Okay, I will try my best to give you information that I have about music. Music is tricky. Using sounds. Okay. It should fall under this all the same purview. Music, sounds. I want negative. There we go. Oops. I left that in there. Save that one. Leave. We'll export that one out. Not a big enhancement on that one, but at least we're consistent across our illustrations here, so that's good. That's 22. Save that one. Don't forget to save your own work if you're working digitally. Guess we have one more to do. It has the box in it. For now. That one is 24. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to go into the Illustrator files, number 24. There we go. Let's do that. Negative 90. Top part. Negative 90. There. Well, let's do this one. Negative 90 now. You know what? No, let's not do that. Let's do that one. Let's just keep that consistent. 180. We already established that, so let's just keep it that way. Okay. That should be good. Let's export that one out. We'll put that in our template, and then we can look at the whole thing again. Temp. So we need number 24 now. 4. Sweet. Okay, so that should update all of our pages now. It's looking good. Like I'm enjoying the color splash here. That's making it feel good. I like it, Picasso. Sweet. Yeah, we got a few other pages to play with some color in the background. We can use the green on some of them, especially since our main page here, number 2 and number 3 are going to be that green color. We haven't revealed the cover yet. The cover is going to be green as well. Get a little preview on that before we start working on that live on stream. That might be next week. We got a couple things coming up. So on this coming weekend, I'm actually driving out of town to go to a wedding. So I'll be gone all weekend. And then the following weekend, we'll be here. We'll be fine. Just some school-related activities that are going on. And then, no, not Ghost Guy. Family getting married. I mean, Ghost Guy is family to me, but unfortunately, I have not gotten my invitation in the mail yet for Ghost Guy's wedding. They're still a year out. God, easily a year out before that wedding. So much planning that has to go on into that. So, and he just got engaged not too long ago. But then the end of the month, the 31st on Halloween, that's a Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, I will be at my first 3-day event. That's actually an anime event here in town, and I'll be there with my books and stuff like that. So I will be gone for those days, unfortunately. So, but lots of good things, lots of extras to go out there and do, which is fun. Lots of interaction with people in the community, and hopefully some new readers and some people interested in the art style and all of that fun. So let's hope good things. Let's see, did we save this one? We didn't. Save that one real quick. Perfect. Save that one too. Who would have thought? Oh, this one little change here on this page, I ended up having to change everything on all the rest of the pages. It happens. It happens sometimes. Okay, so I've got some more notes here. Which one is number 10? Let's go to number 10 real quick. Because I made a bunch of notes about things. Okay, so maybe that's not the one I was thinking of. I think my notes got a little confused here because I had to move a bunch of pages and wording. Okay, so what a strange box. That's the one. Yeah. What a strange box people put on the floor. I wonder what it's for. I move that. I like this setup. I'm good with this. I have a note to put his glasses on, but I don't remember why I put that note. I don't know if I had this illustration done yet. Maybe that's why. I like the purple. The purple's good. Yeah, I don't remember why I had that note there, so let's skip that for now. Let's go down here to this one. I had a note to maybe change the eyes on this, so. It's making weird noises. I don't think this is the correct face for this now again. I know we had messed with it before. It definitely doesn't feel like the right one. Let me grab... Might have to build a new face here. Let me see, do I have another... I work on a lot of expressions for my characters in my off time when I'm not near the computer, so I have a reservoir of a bunch of different faces that I haven't used yet, that sometimes when I get in a situation like this with this page where I'm like, this face doesn't work, but I do need a different one, but I don't want to keep using the same one over and over and over again. So I can go back and look at them and be like, oh, that might work, or I might be able to combine this one and one other one. Make something that fits or works better. So our wording for this one is, it's making weird noises. That's a little triangle mouth. Let's see, what was the other one I worked on? This one. I don't know if the closed eyes like this is gonna work. Duplicate. That's not gonna roll. So this is one of our second instances of our repeating pages. And maybe that's the thing. No, because when he first gets surprised by the box because it starts moving around, like that should be a significant thing for him to be like, okay, something's up here. The second one should be, I don't think should be as crazy alarming. definitely needs to be something. Where is this at? There's these guys. Let me do duplicate. Let me look at my pages again real quick. Saw one that I was like, that one could work. Might have to do a new mouth for it too. Brand new one. Kind of close to this one. So we'll go ahead and put that one on there for now. We're gonna duplicate this. Duplicate. That's better for that one. No, that's not what I was thinking. Oops. Let's see. It's kind of like I took this. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's put this up here so I can see it a little bit better. Actually, let me look at something real quick. Do have those squinty eyes there. Very straining. Okay, I think I'm ready. Let's go here. Here. Are there be seagulls in this song? We'll have to make adjustments after we get this in, at the very least. Actually, that might work. Let's see. What does it do? Something like that. Pink. Something like that. Might have to round these off here. Give it more of the feeling that I'm looking for. Because I don't think I can do... That's not going to do anything. That one's that one. Oh, maybe that's the one I wanted. I don't know why this did that. Oops, that's not right. Let's fix that. Kind of has the feel I'm looking for. Something's off though with it. That's not what I wanted. This one. Go back to 0 there for a second. Let's pull this down. Now let's pull it so that they go together. Getting there. Still not 100% what I want. think that's better. I think that's closer to what I was looking for. I think. That feels better. That's definitely not the one that work. Yeah. Okay. I think that's what I want. So now I gotta figure out how to. Okay, a couple ways to do this. Duplicate this across. Find center. Take this one. Cut it. Copy. Paste it. Reflect it the correct way. There we go. Go across to where middle is. Take these two objects. Bind them together. There we go. Yeah, something like that. Even squeeze it in a little bit. Something like that. What I'm looking for. Got too many points up here. Oh, that's right. I gotta have the minus point, hold shift. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Should hold it. I hold. Nope, not gonna do it. Okay, that time I did it correctly. That gives it a little bit more, but we lost a little bit of our roundings here. There we go. That should fix it. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking for that mouth. And then I made a duplicate of the eyes. Let's put the other ones on so that I can see the difference. Scale. Well, let's go 55. Okay. That's one scale 55. Yeah, that's kind of the idea, kind of what I got. Okay, so if I have a royalty-free license to something, what does that usually boil down to? So if you are, it depends on what type of royalty-free thing you are using. Some websites require you to, in order to use the royalty-free, you have to, like the music that we're using currently on this stream, we have to put in any of the descriptions for the videos, the VODs, or the ones that we put out towards YouTube, that we are using the music, like that we signed up with their service, even though it's free, and that we put that disclaimer in there so that people, the companies that like YouTube, whatever, if they ding it, they can look at that and be like, oh, okay, this is legit because that company is supplying the copyright for that, so we should be good. But other programs, so like when I do the Dungeon Protocol stream, there's music at the beginning and the end of the video. Those were music that I made through Apple's GarageBand, and those are royalty-free samples that you can then put together to make a composition that you want. And every once in a while, I'll get claims on YouTube videos from those music because other people also did the same thing. They went and used GarageBand, like those samples, used them in their projects, published them, and then they think they own them because they made them into a song, and they try to claim the same sound or the same loop that appears on my video in their copyright. And I usually have to go through and do a copyright claim and be like, nope, every sample that is in the Apple suite of GarageBand is free to use. It is part of their license agreement, and I usually have to send them a copy of that license agreement. And they generally back off really, really fast when they see the Apple logo on there. They're like, yeah, we don't want to fuck with that. So it just kind of depends. Sound effects and everything else like that, those also have copyright and stuff on them. So you just have to make sure that whatever you're using is actually royalty free. And even then, once you've done all that, if you've gone through the rigmarole and being like, okay, everything's good, you know, I went through blah, blah, blah. If that company decides to then turn around and either sell that piece of music or that sound effect to somebody else, or licenses it off, or loses the rights to it or whatever, then you are now under scrutiny for possibly getting a ding on that as well. So it's a headache in a certain way because you kind of have to be diligent on it and be aware, like if you put up a video and 3 months down the road, all of a sudden you get a copyright claim on it for something, and then you have to go back and figure out, okay, why did this happen? What's happening? I was good. Oh, something changed, or this company went out of business, so now somebody else owns the rights to it. And like, it's one of those things that you just have to kind of be aware of all of those little pain points, those little pressure points, and how they do and don't work. Like, I'm still dealing with copyright stuff. I think I had to do one. I had to do one last week that just got cleared up on YouTube. And it was a DPS one. It was one of those ones where it's just like, nope, this is, trust me, you don't want to mess with Apple on this. And they're the ones that gave out the rights to use these samples in their music. And you can't claim copyright on something that is a free to use program like that. Like, that's something that Apple puts out on their platform, free to use in that suite. So they usually back down on that one, which is good. Just something to be aware of and to keep your ears open on it. You'll probably have to do some experimentation and try different things. And once you get dinged, figure out why it got dinged or what's happening with that and go from there. So you got to read the print through to make sure you were good. I don't know if it's like reading the fine print per se. It's just kind of, for me, it was experimentation. Like nothing I did was like me running around claiming that whatever I put out there was definitively mine, or like, you know, I wasn't trying to then turn around and claim stuff on top of other people or anything like that. So it's just, it's no different than even the stuff that I've been telling people about the publishing realm and stuff like that. Stuff changes constantly, and you never know if it's going to land or be the same forever. So you just kind of have to know that there is some funkiness in it, and that you may have to do more research later, is all. Oh, I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for copyright is one of those interesting things. From the way I understand it, especially with like creative works like the book and stuff that I'm doing right now, any drawings, any whatever, it doesn't matter what you do. As soon as you put a pencil to a paper, as soon as you put a crayon on a napkin, as soon as you plink one key on a piano keyboard or any other string or any string instrument, any of those things, as soon as you do some type of creative thing, it has a copyright to it, per se. It's further enhanced by going and copyrighting it at the United States Copyright Office, or through the government, right? And if you live in a different country, there are different entities that do those type of copyrights. But if you are residing in the United States and you are trying to create something or even bring something in to copyright it in that way, your best form of protecting yourself would be to file a copyright for your work in that way. It doesn't mean you don't have to do that. You can try to do the legal stuff without it. It just gives you a better chance of winning if you have the United States government backing you up. And that's what it is you basically are sending in documentation to the government and paying them a fee, and when they say, yep, we're good, we back you up on this, you're basically paying for a big brother, is what you're doing, to come in and stand up for you, is what that is. So if you are planning on doing something yourself, that's something to understand and factor into any of your calculations for monetary means in that way. If you are worried about paying for things or doing things that way, then you have to understand how you can do things with your money and what rights you have for that stuff. So hopefully, did that answer close? Like there was some ramblings in there, but I think we got pretty close. It's kind of a tricky, it's a tricky bag that I do not have 100% figured out myself. So like, don't worry about it if you don't have a Harvard education understanding of how all of this works. It's okay. I think where it gets like, so there's a lot of systems involved in, even on Twitch, on YouTube, that will help facilitate some of that, or like notify you of a song or somebody that has made a claim about your stuff. I wish they had a little bit, I wish they did a better job of teaching you how to dispute some of those things. That I had to definitely go find more research or more other people talking about it to get that information. But there are means and avenues to be able to work on things or change things, or finding out more information about stuff if need be. So okay, I rambled for long enough that we are 20 seconds away from our last ad break here. So we are going to pause, take a break, grab something to drink, get some snacks, do those type of things. So we're going to swap over to our puppers cam, our assistant cam here. Oh my God. She's so comfy. Holy crap. She's so happy. And we're gonna pause here and we're gonna take the 3 minutes break, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap up our day for the day. Yay! I'm glad we got our stream in, so. That's a really good puppers right there. She deserves all the loves and cuddles in the world. And you know what? 99% of the time, she damn well gets them too. She's a cutie. I wish I could be this comfy all the time. I feel like I get jealous of her. She gets into these spots and I'm just like, me. It looks so comfy. Yeah, did that answer your question, Sonny? Did that help? Did that put us on the correct track? Did we get close? All right, welcome back, everybody. We'll go back to the stream. I think I have one more thing I want to do. Don't want to do it on that there. Yeah, I'll have to read over it thoroughly to see if there are anything I need to do to be good with it. Yeah, the one that I'm using for the music. Let me look at the name of it real quick. Video producer. Did it? It's the Chill Hop Music. Do I have the website? That might be better. Let's bring up the website. Yeah, Chill Hop Music, or chillhop.com. That's the one. So they have all of these songs on there, and ooh, they have a Chill Hop Space Jazz one now. Ooh, I might have to look at that one. You sign up for an account. You don't have to pay for anything, but they ask you to, like, even on Twitch, put on their little graphic for the music provided by Chill Hop, and then on the descriptions of the videos putting in a little credit thing. So like they have information that you put into your videos and stuff so that they can get credit for the music, and then you can use it as you want. You can use it for streams, you can use it for videos and different things like that. So I opened the file and in WordPad, and it was a cluster, and I was like, ugh, this is hard to read like this. Yeah, like that part of it, the legal stuff, the legal disclaimers, you probably don't need to read through that necessarily. If it's a service that provides it, like the Chill Hop one that I just mentioned, that's all they do. They provide that music that they acquisition as free to be able to use, and then you can all, like, I'm running this through my Spotify because they have all of their music on the Spotify playlist, or in their Spotify, or in their Chill Hop artist. I don't know how to describe it. I created my own playlist, but they have all of their albums up with all of their songs. So you can just look them up and then play them from there and stuff. So, and that's why you have to put in the little disclaimer on your videos and stuff that you publish, is because you can listen to this music anywhere. And as long as you have that disclaimer up, that should cover you. Chill Hop Music, that's the search you gotta do for it. Do they have profile, the artist? Do they have this new album that they're talking about? Show all. They do. Oh, that's exciting. Sweet. 18 new songs I get to put into this playlist. Yay. Chill Hop playlist. Sweet. We're gonna swap. We're gonna listen to this first one. That's exciting. Okay, let's do. I wanted to do one more thing. See if I can get it done real quick, and then we will roll up our stream for the afternoon. I don't have to go pick up kids today because they're off, but I do have other things to do. stretch that out a little bit. How is this space themed? I don't understand. This might be too thick. Not even that thick. I don't want that thick. Can I thin them up a little bit? Might have to do it again. Just fine. Let's try that. Okay, this one. There we go. I think that's right. They look like little pinball flippers. I think they have an official name, but I don't know what the official name is. Okay. That should do it for that one. Let's save that one. We'll export that one as well. So we definitely changed around the face on that one. There we go. Export, place. I think that definitely feels better now. Go here. Let's bring in the other ones so you guys can see what the difference is between the two. Question is, are we still in the... Okay, it's another one of the new songs. I guess that's space themed? Chill hop space jazz, I guess? Yeah, definitely much better face for this. Yay, that's exciting. Cool. I feel much better about that. Sometimes it just takes little micro adjustments to get things feeling the way they need to feel. For sure. The Star Wars jazz stuff, lol. At least that feels more spacey. This does not feel spacey. This feels jazzy, but not space jazzy. Okay, cool. Let's see. I believe we are done for the day. We have done our 3-hour stream. I'm actually surprised. I was thinking we weren't going to get through it, or I wasn't going to be able to be here for today's stream. So I'm excited that I was able to come back and do the stream and actually get some good work in today. So definitely feel like we got a bunch of things changed out and feeling much better. So let's switch over to Canva. Let's see, do we have any updates on any of this that we can talk about or put into our progress? I think we did make some progress on 11 today. I'd say that one's definitely up to, I think we did some work on 10 as well, didn't we? We basically bounced around to a bunch of different stuff, so like I'm trying to parse out what we did. Yeah, we did a little bit of work on 10. We simplified it down on the one box. We changed that to a brown background. So I think I think we get a little bit on that one. I think we did a little bit more progress on that one. 11 definitely came up. See, number 9 we definitely did a bunch of work on. And update that one as well. That one feels much better. Definitely up to there. What else did we do? Those were the 3 big ones that we did, and then we jumped around and fixed all of the boxes because those needed adjustments. And then we did some face work for number 15. So where's 15? 15's good. Still feel like we're there. We didn't finalize out anything yet for that. I feel like those pages are pretty solid. I think once we get number 18 is our big one here. That's the one that we're missing at the moment. This one where I said earlier that Mrs. Tahoe thought was okay, or was good, and I thought it's not that great, that I really want to come up with a better idea to connect these 2 pieces together. So I still got to work on that one. I think once I get that, then I'll have a better assessment of these pages, which are the repeating ones, moving towards our action on the second half of the book. So then I can determine whether or not those are done with their progress or not, I believe. But other than that, we did work on number 3 a little bit today. We changed some of that around. That was the other one, which I do think that one is feeling better too. That one definitely got some progress. We do need to work on number 2. Which one's number 2? Oh, that's the number 2 is the it's in my head. Copyright page. That's the page with the copyright. So we've got the dedication that goes on that, the Library of Congress number, and the ISBN. So those 3 things make up the bulk of number 2. So we don't have any progress on that one to make. Number 1's got its own special little thing that's going to happen with it. But yeah, I think that about covers it. That's what we got progress on today. So hopefully we'll be able to do some work on 18, 28, and 29 this week. Try to get those rolling. Those would be really nice to get rolling. Which one is 7 and 8? 7 and 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those ones are... I still want to do some color change on 7, I think, for the background. 8, I think, is okay. Yeah, I'll reassess those ones, because once I mess with number 8 and get that, or 7, whatever one needed the background change, I think that will solidify those 2 together. So cool. Let's see. Let's bring up the other big piece here. rid of Illustrator. So we're happy to report that we got Monday done here. That stream schedule because I never did. I was going to do a thing on here, but I ended up not doing it. So we will be back, or I will be back on Wednesday. I'll be doing a shorter stream because that'll be early release for a kiddo. So I have to do a shorter one, that one, so I can go pick her up. And then Friday we'll have another art stream before I go on my wedding trip, my trip out of town to go to a wedding. We are planning to come back and do our podcast episode on Sunday because we should be returning home on Sunday. I don't know what time. I don't know the condition we will be in, if we'll be super tired. Kids have to go to school the next day on Monday, so the podcast episode for this coming Sunday is still up in the air, whether or not we will be able to do it or not. I'll give you guys more information. I'll probably have to let you know on Saturday. I'm hoping. So, but definitely come by and check it out. We have all of the episodes up on our YouTube channel. Some of them you can restream on Twitch if you want to. I think they're there for a little bit longer. Let me double check to see what our video producer says. Yes, so some of the episodes are still up on actually, are all of them up there? Most of them are still up there, all the way back to episode 11. Actually, back to episode 10. Twitch did that thing where after a certain amount of days, then they start deleting the VODs, the videos on demand. So there is still some time to go back and watch some of those earlier episodes, like episode 9. Oh, they all have all the way to episode 9. Yeah, still on there. And then if you miss them there, you can always go check them out on YouTube. We have them on our channel. We upload them as podcast for there. So yeah, definitely check that out. Feel free to leave any comments that you have about questions of anything that's going on in any of these videos, any of the artwork that's happening, anything about publishing. We talked a little bit about copyright today, so like all of that stuff. Feel free to leave a comment in the video and I will try to get an answer to you on the next live stream for that as well. So let's look to see who is streaming today. Do I have anybody on that I'm following? Looks like Dado is the only one on. We'd have to roll a dice to see on another art streamer if we want to raid them. Do you have anybody? I know you talked about the other person that we raided last time, Sunny. Do you like them? Sadly, they're not on right now, but might have to throw one of these other streams on and see. I gotta do a bunch of work and try to pick up some more accounts to follow so that when people are streaming, that we have more to pass the buck around to, because that's important. It's important to do. Okay. Well, only one I have is Mactix. Other than that, it's bots. Yeah, okay. That's okay. We'll see some more of our friends on at another time and we'll be able to raid them. But for now, we'll just roll up our stream and we will be back on Wednesday for another exciting adventure in publishing and writing children's picture books. Tune in to see the epic conclusion. Will he finish book 3? We don't know. We just work here. That's the best I can do. That's all I got. Yep, that's the face. Right there. He's just looking at me being like, man. But thanks for joining me. Thank you, Sunny, for coming in. Thanks, Ghost Guy, for coming by for a little bit. Thank you, Dreamer, for being in here. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Conclusion was included in the announcement. Yeah, we're concluding the conclusion with an announcement of the conclusion. There you go. All right, everybody. Sunny, have a wonderful afternoon. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm assuming since you were out and about today that you're feeling better, so I'm glad for you. I will see y'all on Wednesday. Have a good afternoon, everybody. Oh, wait a second. We'll do one final puppers look. Yep, just chilling. Go take a nap like this pupper's just taking a nap. Everybody deserves a nap like this. Go take one for yourself. All right, everybody. Bye.